Welcome to this session on setting up the organization unit data template to import data into the system. In this session, we'll help you understand how to use the Excel workbook that's used to configure your organization units, including profit centers and cost centers. The workbook contains several sheets, and each one has a specific purpose to help define your organization structure within the system. We'll start with the instruction sheet. This sheet works like a step-by-step guide. It explains what information you need to enter, how to enter it correctly, and shows you how the different sheets are linked. It also points out which fields are required and what format you need to follow to make sure your upload is successful. To learn more about how to use this guide, you can also watch the Data Template Overview session. It gives you a better idea of how to read and understand the instruction sheet. Let's begin with the Organization Unit sheet, which is one of the key parts of the template. This sheet is used to define the organizational structure of your business, including both cost centers and profit centers. These units help the system understand where costs are incurred and where profits are generated. Each row in this sheet represents a single organizational unit. You'll enter details that clearly define the unit's name, type, hierarchy, address, and contact information. This setup helps the system accurately assign roles and responsibilities across your organization. Let's start with the first column, Org Unit Code. This is a unique identifier for each unit, like CC-1001. It must be unique. No duplicates are allowed. This code helps the system track and differentiate between each organizational unit. Next is the org unit name. Here, you'll enter the full name of the cost or profit center, such as HQ Cost Center. This name helps users identify the unit clearly in reports and configurations. The third column is the description. This field is optional and allows you to give a short explanation of what the unit does. For example, Summary Level Cost Center. Adding a description makes it easier to understand the purpose of each unit. Now we come to the Cost Center and Profit Center columns. These are checkbox fields where you must specify whether the unit is a cost center or a profit center by selecting yes or no. Choose Y if the unit serves that purpose. Otherwise, select N. Next is the Summary Level column. A summary level represents a parent node or group of other units. If the unit is a top-level grouping, mark it as Y. If it's an individual unit, mark it as N. Let's move on to the summary level code. If the current unit is a child of another unit, enter the parent's code here. For example, if CC-1002 reports to CC-1001, then CC-1001 is the summary level code. This builds the hierarchy and links subunits under their parent. Now we have the legal entity organization. This is the official legal name of the organization to which the unit belongs, such as Sonic Venture. This field is mandatory and ensures that every unit is tied to a legal entity. Moving on to the address fields, you'll find multiple columns for address details. Address line 1, required field. Enter the street address or P.O. box, e.g. Mohali Tower. Address line 2 and address line 3. Optional fields for building numbers, apartments, or areas, e.g. Level 20 Number 9, TDI Business Center. These fields help provide complete location information. Next is the city name, which is also mandatory. Enter the city where the unit is located, such as Mohali, followed by the state/region and zip code. These fields specify the unit's regional location and postal code, for example, Punjab, 160059. Then, we have the country name. This must be selected from a drop-down list. It tells the system the country of the address, for example, India. Let's go to the phone number field. Enter the contact number for the unit. This can be helpful for communication or audit purposes. Next is the email address. This is useful for assigning a contact email for the organization unit. Enter a valid email address in this column. Finally, we have the fax field. This is optional. If your unit uses a fax number, you can enter it here for documentation purposes. This sheet plays a crucial role in mapping your organization's structure. Make sure all mandatory fields are filled in correctly, drop-down values are selected where required, and data remains consistent across entries. The last sheet is the list reference sheet. This sheet contains the predefined list of country names and their corresponding country codes used in the organization unit sheet. When entering the country name for an organizational unit, you must select the exact value from this list to ensure consistency and avoid upload errors. Using this predefined list helps standardize country data and eliminates typos or mismatches. Instead of typing the country name manually, simply choose it from the drop-down that pulls values from the List Reference tab. If you're ever unsure which country value to enter, refer to this sheet for the correct spelling and format. By following the structure and rules outlined in this session, you'll be able to complete and upload your organization unit configuration data template accurately and efficiently. Thank you for watching, and we hope this session helps you fill in the data correctly and completely as per your organization unit setup requirements.